All right, what's up, y'all? Today we're going to be discussing how to read indicators, and specifically how to read the RSI, which is very important. All right. Remember, in previous videos, I basically talked about how indicators can serve as shadows to an individual. So think of you as price action. You know what I mean? Think of it as you going to a fight, because essentially that's what it is. It's a fight between you and institutional investors. All right. So think of going to the fight not by yourself, but with additional help. That's all indicators are. All right. They supposed to be a direct reflection of price. All right. And they can be a great factor in helping you determine what's about to happen with price or where price is finna go. All right. So let's start. Okay. Where's my, I need my marker first of all. All right. So like right here. All right. Right here. Boom. We see a resistance form, a support form, all right? But if you notice right here, all right, first of all, keep in mind and remember that I said your indicators are supposed to be a direct reflection of price, meaning the indicators or the formula to the indicators are calculated literally off price, all right? And the reason why I know this is because during the time when I learned this and I was incarcerated, me and the guys, we had to literally use calculators in order to formulate the reflection of price, all right? Using the indicators, all right? So you guys who are out here and been trading a while, possibly you already are at an advantage because the computer does all this for you. But I come from the old school of the trading world where we had to do this manually, all right? But I just wanted to add that, all right? But I just want to say again that indicators are formulated and the formula is calculated based off of price. So they should do the direct same thing that price is doing. But when that doesn't happen, we have what is called a divergence. And we're going to get to that later because that's also an indicator, a very powerful indicator. But for now, we're talking about the RSI, all right? And primarily how to read oversold and overbought conditions, all right? In other words, it's another form of reading support. So think of it as support and resistance within an indicator, all right? We call this occurrence oversold and overbought, or accumulation and distribution, all right? There's different terminology that comes along with this, but it's all one and the same, all right? It's all a form of reading support and resistance. So this is the importance of understanding how to read support and resistance. This is why I don't suggest indicators for beginners, because you have to learn how to read support and resistance before you can graduate to this level, which is not hard, all right? But right here, it created what is called an overbought or a distribution, meaning it became, this was a resistance and it aligned with the overbought, all right? You see this point, all right? So how the RSI works is this way, all right? Once you see the line go above the 70, all right, because the typical numbers that are used when deciding overbought and oversold conditions are 70 and 30. Once the line goes above the 70, then it becomes overbought. And likewise, once the line goes below the 30, it becomes oversold. And you'll see it happen repeatedly on this particular chart that I'm showing you guys, all right? It became oversold. Why? Because the line, it went above the 70%. See, this is a line representing the 70%, all right? And this is a line representing the 30%. If you noticed, once it went above this 70%, it became overbought. And what happened? It fell down. So in addition to you understanding that price is giving you an indication that it's finna fall, why? Not even looking at these indicators, you should have knew that price was finna fall because it created a resistance. It never went above this point, all right? So in addition to this, remember I said, here's your backup. Here's your backup right here. This is a further confirmation. You had an overbought condition that formed, all right? It went down. You see it went down. What happened when it got right here? It got below the 30%, which it created an oversold condition, all right? It hit the floor. This is your floor pretty much, all right? This is your ceiling pretty much. It's just support and resistance all over again. The terminology is just different, but it's basically support and resistance. That's what it is, basically. All right? So it hit the floor. Boom. It went beneath your 30. So it hit the floor. What happened? It went back up. So you should have been taking a buy entry right here because you had two signs. You had two different forms of confirmation. You had the price and your support right here telling you that it was about to go up. Then you had it being oversold. So it told you that it was about to go up. Boom. So right here, boom, this is the resistance. Because it made a retest. So it retested. That's a retest. Oh, I spelled that wrong. But y'all get the point. Retest. So it retested this point right here. All right. This retested this, meaning it was trying to get to here. So once you saw that it was a failed retest, so this is the failed retest because it didn't actually get to this point again. All right, it failed. All right, so in addition to it being a failed retest, you had it being overbought. Why? Because it went above your 70 line. All right, so this serves as a resistance level, all right? And what it did, it fell, all right? And the same thing happened. It created a oversold. It created a support, all right? A new support. It breached this support. It created a new support. In addition to that, it created what we call in technical analysis oversold. It created an oversold condition, all right, because it went below the 30%. And what it did, it went back up, all right? So in other words, you were able to predict the future here if you were able to read this indicator right and correctly. You were able to predict the future, all right? And what happened? It went up again, all right? It went up. Created another failed retest. So it's another failed retest, all right? Boom. And in addition to that, it created another overbought condition. So what happened? It failed, created a pullback. So it's a pullback. Boom. And it went back up. And now it's in the overbought conditions again. Why? Because it even went higher. So now this particular point may be at 100 or 90. All right. So that's way above the overbought conditions that's required to take a short trade. So when this happens, you want to make an entry, but a sell entry. All right. Once it falls down a little bit. So you're selling right here, all right? Remember, you sell at the resistance areas and you buy at the support areas. All right. Now, I know a lot of you guys, especially if you're a beginner, you have no idea what I'm talking about. All right. You're basically saying to yourself, okay, Gay, sell. I only thought we could buy. All right. Okay. That's where you're wrong if you were thinking that. All right. When it comes to trading, traditionally in stocks, you can only buy. But in Forex and currency trading, the spot market is all the same. These are different terminologies that you will hear, but they basically are all the same. You can both buy and sell. All right. So when it's oversold, you buy. When it's overbought, you sell. All right. It's simple. All right. And I didn't want to make this video too long because we're going to go through this while I'm actually trading as well. But this is to give you guys an idea of what to look for when you plotting the RSI, when you're using the RSI, because the RSI can be very essential to your trading journey if you allow it to, you know. But until the next time, peace.